And today we are going to be showing my cat's favorite toys. They have so many toys in this house, and there's actually, let me go ahead and blur. No, I don't want to do the green screen. Um, I don't want to do the green screen. So, how do I stop the green screen? Gosh dang it. Okay, so, um, okay, now we're better. Okay, so I'm not used to doing these lives on this channel quite yet, but I wanted to show you my cat's favorite toys. And from the least expensive to ones that, at least for me, are, you know, are way more expensive since I don't have a lot of money. And anyways, so the first one is, let me go ahead and show you the cat dancer. The cat dancer is a toy that my cats absolutely love. This toy is probably the cheapest of all of these, and it's basically just a piece of piano wire attached to these, I don't know what it's called, little pieces of cardboard or whatever. But my cat Kiki and one of my foster, well, actually two of my foster cats that I had, hello Brianna, um, how are you today? I don't know if my chat is delayed or not, so, but this is the cat dancer. And this is one of my cat's favorite toys. And hi, Julia. I am doing pretty well, pretty good. Well, my cats have not knocked over anything yet, like they did last week, or bitten me like they did last week when I was doing the video on treats. But this is the cat dancer, and the least expensive of all the toys I'm going to show here, except for one that's not actually a toy. Um, this is basically just a piece of piano wire, and you hold it up, and usually, you know, it's only about $3.99 or even less on Amazon. And you hold it up and they play with it. And I can see my cat Oreo's right behind me. Go ahead, Oreo. My kitten Oreo, she loves this. But my cat Kiki, who was loved this one as well, and so did two of my foster cats. I actually was lazy a few years back, and I put this and attached it to the shelf behind me, and they played with it by themselves for a good, I don't know, half hour to an hour without any, you know, without me having to do anything. Obviously, you should probably be, you know, playing with them when you use this. The last toy I'm going to show you towards the end of this stream is actually my kitten Oreo's favorite toy. And the reason I'm going to show it to you towards the end is because there's going to be all sorts of ruckus happening. Oreo is still a kitten. She's only about 9 months old. And when we first got it, what she did was knocked it. It's kind of it's not an obnoxious toy, but it rolls around. And after we were done with it, I decided to hide it. Well, I first made the mistake of not hiding the toy, and then she was grabbing it and playing with it. Another time, what she did, and then when I finally decided to hide it, I put it in my nightstand. She figured out how to open the nightstand and grab the toy. And then I hid it in the desk behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but she learned how to open the lid on the desk where all my cords were hiding and grabbed it. So that's why it's going to be the last one. Let's see. One of the first things I had gotten when I got my cat Raymond was, oh, and by the way, there's links for all the toys in the description for this video. But this is an interactive cat toy. This is one of the favorite toys I had gotten for, this is not favorite, this is one of the first toys that my cat Raymond, that I had gotten, my cat Raymond. He is going to be 3 years old. And basically, well, it has a battery, and then basically all you do is you press the button and it rotates. Hi, Elizabeth Reed. How are you? So this one rolls around the floor without any like rhyme or not rhyme or reason. I don't know the word I need, but it just rolls around the floor with and bumps into stuff. So that is good. That way your cat can go ahead and, you know, chase it like it's their prey. And it has batteries in it. And half the time I actually forget that I do have this. So, yeah, so I do forget that I have this, but it's one of the toys that we have had for the longest time. And then this one is, I don't remember the brand, it's in the link though, but this one was also a pretty inexpensive one on Amazon. I believe it was $10 and we're in the United States, by the way. I believe it was $10, but you can get it for a lot less. And I like it because, you know, it has different balls in here that they can flip around. And there's actually something in here. Oh. And this is not a toy. But these are eyeballs that I had gotten for Halloween, and to put it as part of my Halloween decoration. And I didn't realize that my cat, Raymond, decided that he wanted to play with these and was taking them out of the little basket I had them in. And the first time I found them on the floor, it scared me because it was like, what the heck is that on the floor? I didn't realize what it was. But it's just a little round ball that looks like a Halloween eyeball. I don't know if I got it at Dollar Tree or like Joann's Fabrics or something. And there used to be a big old package of these. And I don't know, somewhere in my house are the rest of them. So, like this thing is this wooden one. And I like this because it's pretty. You know, I don't have to, well, back when my house was a lot cleaner and before I started fostering a whole bunch of kittens, my house was a lot cleaner than it is. So I didn't feel bad about having this in my living room, just kind of laying around. And I actually have a video of one of my foster kittens playing with this. She loved it. She would just like lay on the floor and play with this continuously. So isn't this cool? It is just a, oh, and I'm pretty, I think it came put together. I'm not the most competent person when it comes to putting stuff together, so I like getting things that are pre-assembled. But I really, I mean, look how nice this looks. And I don't know who's behind me, I think. Okay, I think it's Raymond. I don't know where. So one of the coolest things, actually, that we have gotten, I bought 2 sets of this. We have one set that, this was also one of the very first things I had gotten. And this is a set of, I believe, 35 of them. And this is from Luki. And there's so many things in here. Let me show you. And Oreo is playing with this right here. But let me show you what all is in this thing. And if you get this, since it's 35 pieces, I would recommend not letting your cat have all of them at once, because I don't know if your parents were like mine, but if my parents got me stuff for Christmas or whatever, they wouldn't give me all my toys at once. Or like Halloween, I couldn't get all my candy at once. They would ration it and say, okay, well, she can have this today in a month. When she's sick of that, she can have the other thing. So this is a great thing, especially if you don't have a whole lot of cash. There's 35 toys and there's a lot of things in it. So, okay, there's these things that you can, well, not you, but your pet can go ahead and chew. And then this thing, oh, is the little bag that you can put all your the toys in. But here's a cat tunnel. It's not a very big tunnel, but at least since cats love tunnels. Oh, and of course it has bells. I should probably get the one in my cat room. And I can tell, you'll see in a minute, that Oreo's right over here, and she feels like she wants to knock over this thing. But it's a cat tunnel that's probably like 24 inches. Why don't you play with the one that's in the cat room, honey? Oh, okay. And see, there's a little fish in here, since cats love fish. And I should probably just go ahead and put these in the little, I don't know why I always say the little, but I should go ahead and put this in the bag. There are several wands. There's 2, well, this is a feather wand, and this is a regular wand. And as you can see, this is all still part of this 35-piece package. And there's the feather wand. Oh, and then these spring things. There's 3 of the spring ones. I'm thinking that this set is all the same, you know, they don't have a different variety in the 35 pack. So there's 3 little things of spring, And I did have a foster kitten that used to just love playing with the spring. But look at all the balls that are in here. Balls, mice, some of them have other like bells inside. I don't like the fact that there's teeny tiny bells inside, because inside these things, because if you have a cat that's a chewer, they may be able to chew through this and chew the bell and get the little bell out of it. But there's this one. So this is definitely a good deal. I mean, look at all the stuff in this 35 pack. And like I said, it's all well, it's in the description. So it's called a Lukey. Okay, so I'm going to show you the favorite of each of my specific cats. Like I said, Kiki does love the cat dancer, and I don't know what happened to it. How I managed to lose things when I'm sitting in one spot is amazing. But I'm going to drag this right here. And this is the Pet Safe Bolt. And on the thumbnail for this video, before I streamed it, I show Kiki up against the wall, bouncing around. This is my cat Raymond's favorite. And it basically has a a little red light that comes out of this thing, and you could go ahead and press the button here, and you could either hold it and the red light goes all over the floor or the wall. I think it works best. Well, you could hold it or you could let it go ahead and work on its own. So sometimes when I feel like interacting with my pets a whole lot more, I hold this. And then for me, this also works really well before bed. I put it in right at my entryway so that they're tired. Well, I give them their snacks and then I go ahead and tire them out. Because if I don't tire them out before bed, then, someone's waking up at 2:30, 3 in the morning to race around the house. And then when I wake up, and this happens a whole lot, is when I wake up, it looks like someone broke into my house because they knock stuff over all the time. There used to be a planter right behind me, and one of the cats broke it. And then I don't know if you could see the lights right behind me as well. My kitten Oreo loves getting on top of the bookcase, and she jumped from the top of the bookcase to the light. And those lights were not cheap, and I've totally neglected but you can see she tilted, it's supposed to be like so, and she bent it down. So I definitely try tiring out my pets. Okay, this is by Podoroma. This is a 3-in-1, and this was a favorite of my foster cat Loki. He was an orange cat, and this thing, and let me go ahead and turn it on. It's a 3-in-1. It has little balls that roll around, and it has a little worm thing, and then it has this thing that I keep hitting my face with. But you press this button, and depending on what you want to do with it, oh, and then it actually stops if the cat doesn't interact with it for a few minutes. But Loki would actually leave it on, play with it for a long time, and if it had already died down, you could hear him screaming in the cat room trying to turn it back on. So this was his favorite, and when he got adopted, the rescue that I had worked with, one of the gals there, went ahead and gifted it to the people that adopted him. But let me show you how it works. See, it has first has that little worm that goes out. That's one version, one part of it. And then if you go ahead and press, and a second time, it has this butterfly. And the butterfly has, Daisy, please don't do that, goes around. And as you can tell, he doesn't really care for the butterfly as much. And then there's a third version, third button where you can have the worm and the butterfly. You can tell he likes the little worm or caterpillar that goes out a lot more than not. And I don't know why I keep calling Oreo he. Oreo's actually a girl. So she's a girl cat. And this is my Russian blue cat. I don't know if you just saw her. Her name is Kiki. She doesn't show up on camera very much because she's very shy, and whenever I'm talking to someone, she thinks that there's someone here. So this is Oreo. And Kiki was, of all my cats, she likes riding the vacuum. So this is from Podoroma. Podoroma. And these are called the Sori fish. I really like this, and this is my cat's Raymond, one of his favorite things. These are infused with catnip, and he and my former foster cat, Derby, loved these things. Raymond actually bit me when I tried grabbing one from him a few months ago when I first recorded a video, because he's addicted to catnip. And that's Raymond. See, ow, you guys, really? Okay, so this one's Raymond, but this is Raymond's favorite catnip toy. And as I mentioned, he loves this thing, and he actually bit me one time. I don't remember if it was bit me or scratched me when I tried getting one away from him. And these come infused with catnip, and he's definitely a catnip addict. What did he do? He once opened a bag of catnip on my ottoman about a year ago, and he looked like he was totally spaced out. But this is for Raymond. And watch, of course, he makes a liar out of me because he doesn't care about it right now. Oh, actually he does, see? That is Raymond's. Let me go ahead and turn this off since it's loud. So, but Loki, when he lived with me. He definitely loved this, and this thing would almost never shut off, except when he wasn't in the room. Now, this was my foster cat Derby's favorite toy, and this is the Purrfect flopping fish toy, and I actually have clips of Derby playing with this. Basically, there's a switch in here, and oh, Kiki just found another toy, but there's a switch in here, and it flops. I think maybe I turned it off because okay, I think we'll go back to it because, well, maybe not. Oh, and there's so much cat hair. And I don't know if you hear chirping. That's from one of the cat toys. Let me go ahead and show you the Purrfect chirping birds. I'm going to go ahead and grab it from my cat Kiki because she's currently playing with it. And it's full of cat saliva at the and we just actually opened this one earlier today. She's gotten all her slobber on it, and this was gifted to us by the Purrfect because they're really awesome. I'm a big fan of their toys, and this was gifted to us along with a couple things. But this is, all this does is chirp. It comes in a package of 2, and of course Raymond is playing with the box that it came in. So, but these just chirp. They don't flop around like a couple other ones. And depending on where you touch it, and did someone just eat the tail? It chirps. I don't know if you heard it. See, that's it chirping. Raymond is currently playing with the box. Okay, this one I'm gonna have to get up to show this to you. And this is by Lucky Kitty, or Lucy Kitty, or whatever. But we've had this for a while. And what I really like about it is it's a really long cat tunnel. See how long it is? And it has various holes, one on this side, one on this side, and you could go ahead and attach it. We've had it a while, as I mentioned, and the only thing that's actually, and I think it's also been peed on, hopefully not, but the only thing that hasn't lasted with this was there was some sort of ball that was attached to it, and one of my cats managed, I think it was right here, managed to go ahead and chew it off. I don't know what happened to the ball, but you know, this thing you could go ahead and, you know, close it or attach it this way. And then let me show you this one. from our one, they gave me this along with the cat scratcher. And this is actually, this is pretty darn nice. And this is a cat bed and a cat tunnel. They gave me this thing along with a cat scratcher that's in my cat room, but you know, this is so cool that actually my dog Biscuit, who's 85 pounds, he hasn't made an appearance yet, but my dog Biscuit, when I was washing his bed, he decided that this was going to be his bed and laid down on it. But it has this center thing, and you could go ahead and attach it this way. It could be different. You can go ahead and attach several of them together, or do it like donut shape. Oh gosh, I love donuts. But you could go ahead and do it donut shape, like this, you know, this way. Or you can actually attach several of these together. So this is pretty darn cool. And okay, now my cat Oreo's very favorite toy is this. We've only had it for a couple weeks, and she has gone absolutely bonkers over it. It's it comes with 2 different tails, and it rolls around on the floor. And this is the one where she went ahead and after we were done playing with it, and I didn't think to hide it from her, she went ahead and took it off of the shelf over there. When I decided to hide it from her, she opened my nightstand, and then another time I put it in my desk where I have my computer on, and she figured out how to stick her paw in, grab this thing by the tail, and then open the lid and then run off with it. But let me show you how it works. It comes with 2 separate tails, and it comes with this thing here. They're both mesh. And if you could see her face, she's like right here. Come on. Come on, Oreo. And there's several, there's a button here that you could go ahead and press to decide how you want it to roll around in your house. There's several settings. One is like faster if your cat is a kitten, and then slower if your cat is a little bit older, and then interactive. I made the mistake of doing the fast version, and we have tile floors here. So it rolled around super fast. It ran into my dog Biscuit, who's very chill and is sleeping. And then, of course, because of Oreo, she grabs it and drags it places, so I never know where it's at. But so this is the fastest one. I'm going to go ahead and slow it down a little bit because it's too fast. Okay, I think this is the slower version. Come on, Oreo. See, and then my cat Kiki has decided to come in from outside. See, she carries it around like she caught a mouse. And I don't know if anybody saw my dog Daisy, the little Maltese mix. I actually groomed her myself yesterday. So if she looks a little, funny looking, it's because I groomed her. But, I saved quite a bit of money. And since we're broke, it was definitely good to go ahead and try grooming her myself. See, and this is Raymond right here. He decided he wanted to go into this cat tunnel, and you can see his tail. And Raymond is a big cat, so. Oh. Oreo. There's one more toy that I haven't shown you, and it's also by Potoroma, and it is hanging at the entrance to my kitchen. So that is pretty cool. But I did hear from, well, not directly from Galaxy, but I did watch one of his videos where he said don't hang something at a doorway because it makes cats want to go out the doorway. So I have them in doorways that aren't, that they can't get out of because it's in the kitchen. But see, this is Kiki. She is super sweet. Right, Miss Kiki? Oh. And because I'm talking, she probably thinks it's time for a snack. So let me go ahead and grab her favorite snacks, but I will be right back. I don't know, what happened to her? Did she just leave? So when it comes to cat toys, I definitely recommend this. And this is the Potoroma cat dance, not Potoroma. This is called the cat dancer. And I have bought so many of these, and I have actually gifted this to several of my former foster cats when they go into the new home. And like I said, what I did one time when I was being lazy was I went ahead and taped it right here. And my cats, see, you can see Oreo is definitely trying to grab it. And then my cat Kiki loves this as well. I taped it here. Kiki and two of my foster cats, I believe they were Greg and Marsha, went wild for this for such a long time. And you could go ahead and buy them as a set. I'm a little too cheap, and I only buy maybe one at a time or two at a time if it's the holidays. So if you want and this is the most decorative of all of my cat toys. Like I said, it's something, oh, this one's still chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. So this one kind of scares Biscuit. Because the first time I had it on, I had it on the fastest version. It rolled around in my living room. That's all. Most of my house is tile. um, it rolled around and it hit him. Well, not hit him, but it went ahead and hit him on his bed. He got up and it was like, what the heck's going on here? Everybody wants to torture me. But there's that, and you actually can't see it, but there are little catnip things that are that I attach to the wall. My cats love catnip, well, especially Raymond, and I also gift those to people to the people that adopt my foster cats. Because, well, definitely are foster kittens, as I foster cats and kittens. But the people that adopt them, depending on whether or not the cat was obsessed with it, I go ahead and give it to them. So that's also a really good deal. I believe it was only $10. So it depends on your cat's play style and what kind of time you have to play. See, Oreo is such a funny cat. Yeah, she's. Um, it depends on your cat's play style. If your cat just likes to lay down like my foster kitten did, um, I believe it was either Luigi or Marcia that would not Marcia, Luigi or Freckles, who would just lay down on the floor and just play with it, you know, just like if you like playing video games and you want to lay down with your um, Stream Deck, Steam, or Nintendo Switch on your bed and play. That's definitely um, something I would do, but my foster kitten loved to do that. Was just lay down right next to it and play. Right, Oreo? And for the cats that love fish, and I have several aquariums in my house. This is a great one. It keeps them, well, Derby and Oreo both love going on my aquarium lids. So this would keep Derby off of my aquarium because it just goes ahead and flops. There's two different kinds, and this one was actually not very expensive as well. It was probably, I don't know, the prices on Amazon go up and down, so it's never the same. It's never the same. But this one, depending on whether or not it's a sale or if you can get a discount code, it's probably $10, if that, or 10 US dollars. So, what the heck happened? Okay, so value-wise, this is a really good value. And this is a 35 piece, and I have 2 sets of this, and I was actually gonna go ahead and gift this second set, but decided I could probably go ahead and keep it. And this is the one this is the cat tunnel. It has all sorts of toys in here. It has 2 wands. It has springs. And it has this one fish. This fish doesn't do anything special, and I don't think it has catnip or anything. I mean, if you had wanted your cat to play with it and they normally didn't, you could go ahead and spray a little bit of catnip spray on it. Now, let me see. What else? I'm trying to think what else we have here. We have so many toys here. And What I like to do is hide a few of them, because if I don't, they'll go ahead and just grab toys out of their little toy box. And like, I don't know, my cat Raymond has been climbing into the dog's toy box, pressing buttons or something. And I don't know if he's playing with the Fluent Pet buttons, trying to tell me something. But this, and I actually have a YouTube short on this one where I showed how this is great, definitely for tiring out your pets. And this is what I use all the time before bed. And when I'm being lazy, I just go ahead, turn it on, and it works a lot better when it's night, because you can't see. Because you can't see the light right now, but it works best at night, right before you go to bed. You press the little button, and it goes ahead. Oops, see. See, and that's Oreo right there. And then you're gonna see Raymond. So I put this by my front door. And I can see my cat Raymond is going, and or and this is pretty much random. So it doesn't have a set way that it goes. So, and see, this is Raymond deciding that he wants to go ahead and play with it. Definitely something that I use every single night, unless I'm like too exhausted and fall asleep without remembering to have them play with it. Right, Oreo? I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Wait, why is the light still on? The light is still on, but it's no longer. Oh, I could just go ahead. See, the batteries, it's not turning on right now. Well, the little machine is not turning on. I'm actually just holding it. So Raymond is just playing with it. Oops. So I'm really quite surprised that none of my pets have knocked over the camera. They did, yes, not yesterday, my last live stream. So, and no one's bitten me, but, well, and we're about to leave actually. So, but I didn't get to show you my dog's haircut. She doesn't look super embarrassed, so I guess I didn't do a bad job. The last time I groomed her, it looked like one of my other dog groomed her. So let me go ahead and mention to you, this is Oreo's favorite, her absolute favorite toy, because it rolls around on the floor and it has two attachable tails. And by the way, Oreo's a kitten. So And this was my foster cat Derby's favorite toy because it looks like a fish and he loves fish. This was my foster cat Loki's favorite toy. And this was my favorite foster cat. Either it was Freckles or Luigi. They're both tuxedos, so I don't remember which one, what it was that was laying on the floor playing with it. And for all of them, I think this is the one that I keep in my living room when I'm, after I've cleaned the house and said, okay, my house looks clean. I'm going to go ahead and leave one toy out, and this is it. And this is definitely one of Raymond's favorite toys. Raymond is actually laying on no, is that Raymond? No, that's actually Oreo. This is Raymond. Raymond is in the tunnel. Hey! So my dog Daisy, she's a Maltese mix. She just wanted to attack Raymond because she thinks that Raymond got too close to her. But everyone that went ahead and joined, I hope you found some value in these cat toys. There's something for everyone. I don't have a lot of money, so I like toys that are inexpensive, and especially if you have pets that are quite destructive like I do, you don't want to spend too much money on toys. So, and it comes to cost per use. Like when I used to buy expensive clothes, if it was going to be something like, well, a wedding dress. A lot of people spend so much money on a wedding dress that they're only going to wear one time for $10,000 or $20,000. Cost per use, that's a fortune. But if you bought a pair of shoes that were quite expensive, but you wore them all the time, the cost per use of that item was a lot less. So that's how I think whether or not a toy is expensive for your pet or expensive for your budget. And that's what I think. So depending on how much use your cat will. Oh, and then also because of Amazon's awesome return policy, if you got something that your cat hated, and they wouldn't have destroyed it if they hated it. They would have played with it, like played the heck out of it. So if you got something that your cat wasn't super fond of, then you could go ahead and return it as long as it's within out. You're bound to kill me, aren't you? Aren't you bound to hurt me, Raymond? You could go ahead and return it. I'm trying to think, there's only a couple toys that I have returned because my pets didn't really care for it. So it's like, even if I paid $5 for something and my cats were not playing with it, as long as I can return it, heck yeah. That's $5 more for their food or another toy that they like. But I want to thank everybody that went ahead and watched this live stream. And I plan on being live again next Sunday. I'm trying to find a good time to do these streams. So my first stream, I believe, was Super Bowl Sunday, because I was concerned about, a lot of people watching me. So it's like, you know what, I'll do it when nobody's watching. So I've gotten a little bit better, well, not great, but I've gotten a little less self-conscious about live streaming. So our next stream, I haven't decided what we're going to do. So if anybody has suggestions, please put it in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and put a post after this, a comment after this stream. So if anybody could go ahead and put in the comments what they would like me to stream about next, because we're definitely open to some. I I might do a cat training video. My I was gonna do a cat grooming video, but my cat Oreo would have nothing to do with cat grooming. So when I tried bathing her a few weeks ago, so that may not work out for us. Maybe we'll do cat beds or I don't know, cat trees. So go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know what kind of video you think I should stream next. I also have two dogs, but my dogs are both older, so they just kind of like, I don't know, all we want to do is eat. At least my cats are more interactive. I will, you know what, go ahead and get a treat for my cats so you could go. Well, you know what? No. See, I don't feel like getting up to go ahead and grab a treat. But thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. You guys, bye. Say bye. I, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and press end.